Thank you for joining me today at Snowberry Stampers. My name is Linda Goldhurst, and today I'm going to show you a variation on the sour cream container. And I've just turned it into a carrot and put a little tag on it. So let me get started and show you what you need to make this little project. All right, I'm using the bunny from Fable Friends, one of my favorite stamp sets. This is out of the annual catalog. You're going to need a piece of orange cardstock, and this one happens to be Mango Melody, but any orange will do. The cardstock is at 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and I've got adhesive strip right here, and then if you flip it over, you'll notice it's on an opposite side. So just so you can see two at the same time. There's one across here, and then there's one down here, but on the reverse side. Okay? So what you're going to do, kind of break the fibers a little bit so it curves towards the longer strip that's on the one edge. All right? And you'll see here is the other strip. This is going to be the bottom, and this is the side seam. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put the side seam together. Pull the tear and tape strip off. Now this is a little fussy because it's so small, but the larger you make it, the easier it is. We're going to go ahead and adhere that together. All right, and then I'm going to take your pick tool. This should take your pick tool. It's awesome. Whoops, except when the bottom comes off. There you go. And we're just going to pull this adhesive off this adhesive cover off. All right, and then we're going to, now it's best if this seam is in the center. Okay, we're just going to squeeze this together. All right, so there you've got the top. Now at this point, I would fill it. All right, this one is filled with jelly beans. All right, and you can fill it with any candy you want. All right, this is how it's going to be closed. All right, but before we close it, we need to put grass for the top of the carrot. So I've taken just scraps of Granny Apple Green, and I've just cut into it. No rhyme nor reason, just cut. It doesn't matter how long this piece is because we're going to trim it anyway. And then what I've done is I've taken my green glue, and again, for those of you who don't know what I'm referencing, it's the liquid-purpose liquid glue, the multi-purpose liquid glue. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here, and I'm going to stagger the grass, and I'm going to make 3 layers of grass. Okay, just make sure that's really good and glued together. Then I'm going to fit this piece inside my carrot, and it's a little long, so I'm just going to trim it down. And once I know it fits inside, I'm going to glue it to one side of the carrot because I haven't filled it yet. And hold that there for a second. And while I'm holding it, I'm going to go ahead and just pull these little strips apart. And we can even go in and cut some of them on an angle. Give it a little bit more. Give it a haircut. Okay, all right. Now this will be ready to fill whenever you've got your candy. And then once you've filled it, you're going to put a little bit more of green glue or adhesive on this side, hold it together. And if you're making a lot of them, like I did, I used binder clips. I didn't want to sit here and hold them all, so I just put binder clips over it until they were good and dry. All right, so the next step is to make the tag holder, and I used our linen thread, and linen thread now comes on a little roll, and you'll notice that it's very, very kinky when it comes, when you pull it off the roll, and this is about 18 inches. So just take your bone folder and pull it over your bone folder, and it'll get rid of all those kinks. Okay, then we're going to wrap it around twice. And we're going to just tie a knot. Now again, you're not going to want to do this until after you filled it with candy, because it just makes it that much harder to fill if it's tied shut. And I like to tie a knot and then attach the tag. Now the tag I stamped just in, this is a boo-boo, don't look at that hole. I just stamped this with Memento Black on Whisper White cardstock, and I used the story label punch. But again, any punch will go, it will work. And then off camera, what I did is I just licked that a little bit. Okay, now this does have sometimes it has a problem going through the hole. For those of you that, so you'll see that time didn't work. So those of you that are sewers will know there is a tool that's called a needle threader. And a needle threader is just awesome. Just looks like this. Okay, we're just going to push it through the hole. We're going to take the linen thread and we're going to push it through this hole and then just tug. There we go. All right, then I tied this on again, so I didn't want it to come off. And I made a little bow. Okay. And trim this down. All right, so there we go. Now I've got to decorate that tag. And so I'm using the Peter Rabbit bunny from Fable Friends. And there's so many different ways to color this bunny. My favorite is using blends, which is this one right here. But I made a couple of samples so you can see the difference. This one is using crayons and a blender pen. This one is using colored pencils and a blender pen. This one is using regular markers, went outside the line. And then this one is using the stamping blends. So any which one of these will work, whatever your choice, whatever supplies you have. And then you're going to fussy cut. I put a dimensional on the back. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stick it over that little hole. So nobody will know. No one's the wiser. And again, remember, you've got to fill this and then glue it shut. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. My email on my website, and I'd be happy to help you out. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my video, and click the bell, and it'll alert you every time I place a video online. Thanks so much, and have a great day.